Josh Sargent will be someone hoping to play a big part. Of course, he's going to be playing his club football in Germany with Werder Bremen. He'll be going there in 3 weeks' time. And he said recently to Brian Skiretta, MLS was definitely not an option for me at first. It would have been nice. Everyone speaks English and it's only 3 hours away. But I believe in life you have to do what is hard for you in order to build yourself. Then he went on to build yourself as a person. When you look at MLS, you don't see many young players getting minutes, but Weston and Christian are getting minutes in the Bundesliga. I don't know how you can refuse that. And he does bring up an interesting point, doesn't he? The number of teenagers playing in MLS is remarkably low. In fact, there were 2 this year who got regular minutes.
I would suggest that's more to do with the fact that they're not good enough. You know, Christian Pulisic, for example, is getting plenty of minutes because he's good. You know, I think Josh Sargent is doing the right thing by going somewhere where the quality is higher, where every day he's going to be training with better players. That's going to make him a better player. That's not to say that starting at MLS is the wrong option. I just think he's picking up the right option. For the majority of players, you know, the better quality you train with every day is the best option.
But Tyler Adams, Jordi Mihailovic, they're the only 2 teenagers who appeared regularly in MLS. It is a problem, isn't it?
A problem in which terms? Are you asking me to go and force players into a position where they need to play simply because we're pushing the teenagers? Well, no, coaches have a responsibility. If a guy's not ready to play, I don't care who he is and what his accolades have been in the past. If he's not ready to play and I don't think he's going to help me win on the weekend, then he's not going to be out there in the weekend. It's not the responsibility of Major League Soccer coaches to make sure that the youngsters are developing. They have a responsibility to win on the weekend. Now, if that guy comes along and you're able to put him on the field, then so be it. But it's a byproduct of the player maturing, growing up, and actually showing you on the field that he can be productive for you on the weekend.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. I agree. For me, because of the unique nature or the unique structure of MLS and the playoff system, towards the back end of the season, there are a number of clubs with not a whole lot to play for who have teenagers on their books and don't play them. DC United is one that jumps to mind immediately. And they don't take that option. Now, all that being said...
Shaq, if they had good enough players that were teenagers, you put them out there, right? I mean...
all I'm saying is, if you're out of the playoff picture and you've got a budding talent in a teenager, back end of the season, you're not going to make the playoffs. Give him some minutes.
If you've got a budding talent, then you're going to have played them already. And let me tell you, if you're coaching a team that hasn't made the playoffs or isn't going to make the playoffs, you ain't going to stick a bunch of young guys in and get beat 5 or 6-0. Because guess what's going to happen? You're losing your job.
All I'm saying is, and you see this happen club level, international level. Friendlies, the game is all but done. You put somebody in for the last 15 minutes, whatever it is. This happens, that's how you bring players through. But MLS doesn't, or seems reluctant, teams seem reluctant to take that option. Now, again, all that being said, Josh Sargent does absolutely the right thing for him. Going abroad where he has to compete day in, day out is less about who's getting minutes and him being in the right environment. But at the same time, I still think that, yes, MLS, there are certain clubs that could have done a better job with bringing through some young talent.